Hello and welcome to another 5-minute webinar. I'm your host, Adam Jolly. Please be sure to tweet your questions and comments to hashtag 5minutes. Our presenter today is David Reimer. David, what is your big idea?
Hello everyone. Again, my name is David. I'm with Magnificent Marketing, and today I'm going to talk about a podcast interview I did with Jon Loomer, who's one of the foremost Facebook advertising gurus around. And we went over some of the most common Facebook advertising mistakes that people make. In the presentation, some of the things we talked about, some of the mistakes Jon made early on, like lack of emphasis on design. And with that is he was really technical and he had a lot of those parts down, but he forgot about his on-page presence. He forgot his Facebook, his website did not look good. The landing pages he was driving to weren't up to snuff. The ads that he was placing didn't have creative graphics, and he just didn't think about this, and he did not put enough emphasis on the graphics side. And he went and corrected that moving forward. A couple other things and mistakes that he made was appropriate spending, as far as like how much to budget, how much to start trying out with your budget. Don't go too big right away, go small. I know that's logical, but it's a mistake he made. I assume it's a mistake other people are making as well. Spending mistakes, how much to bid, all of that. A lot of mistakes made there. And also a big one he made was not integrating email collection. I know in this day and age, it seems like a no-brainer, but again, this guy's one of the best around, and he made those mistakes. So those are some of the things that he emphasized. But luckily, we also went into some of the actions he took to avoid those mistakes moving forward. And marketing can be complicated, but it really comes down to two basic things. One, do you have awesome, engaging content or ads? Meaning, is the information you're putting out there, is it helpful? Is it educational? Is it humorous? Just something that engages the people that you're marketing towards. And then the other side of that coin is, are you getting it in front of the right people? You got to target, and you got to hyper target. And if you have the most amazing content in the world and you're putting it in front of the wrong people, you're just going to be wasting your budget, wasting your time, wasting all that awesome creative graphics. And on the flip side, if you're putting a bunch of garbage in front of the exact right people, it could actually have a negative effect. So you have to have these two things in mind at all times. Awesome content, helpful content, and you've got to get it in front of the right people. And Facebook allows so many awesome targeting features that you must take advantage of them. And as far as placing these ads, we went into the differences in where you want to use a CPC or PPC versus CPM. That's a pay-per-click or cost per click versus cost per view. And of course, you always got to track. You always got to test. So take this as a rule of thumb and not necessarily exactly what's going to be the very best thing for you. But as a rule of thumb, if you're getting going, you're going to want to use CPM, the cost per view, when you have a higher engaged audience. What that means is higher engaged audience are people who are looking at your Facebook page, people who are looking at your website, on your website, those kind of people who have filled out forms, your email database. Those are the people who are going to be most likely to click. So the thought is, and the idea is you want to put information in front of them and not have to pay on a cost per click, because these people will be clicking more anyways. So the cost per conversion, which is what it really comes down to at the end of the day, will be less expensive for you. Those groups and those audiences are smaller. Of course, that's a relative word, but in general, they're smaller than the audiences that you go for on a cost per click basis. And those are going to be larger audiences. Those are people you're targeting based on, good targeting still, interests, geography, other demographics, but you don't know for sure that they're going to be really high engaged audiences. So you don't want to waste all your money on cost per view and get no clicks. So it's a safer bet to go with the cost per click in that scenario. We also went over the boost button. Jon described the boost button as the gateway to the good stuff, just like a gateway drug. Facebook created this boost button to give people who are just getting started with Facebook a way to place an ad very easily. And we're not saying that the boost button is totally worthless or will be totally useless to you, but it's not optimal. And it has very limited targeting features. But again, Facebook put this out there so that people can just go on, they see it right in front of them, they push it, they see they get these impressions and views and everything, but it really is just like it's like a gateway drug. And you really need to be using Power Editor or Ads Manager or something like that has much better targeting features, because just like I said earlier, if you're not getting in front of the right people, you're going to be wasting your time and efforts. So as a whole, stay away from the boost button.